Welcome to this edition of Talking Ed. I'm your host, Jason Glass, proud to be the superintendent and chief learner with Jeffco Public Schools. Today, we'll dive into an authentic conversation about your schools and our kids' education. It's no secret that Jeffco Public Schools is considering ballot questions to increase education funding in our community. The district was last on the ballot in 2016 with a mill levy override for ongoing expenses and a bond question for construction. In that election, most other districts in the state passed their ballot questions, but Jeffco did not. Today, we'll have a candid discussion about the needs in our schools and how additional funds might be used. I'm pleased to be joined today by Michael James, principal of Jefferson Junior Senior High School. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you.
Let's start off by having you just tell some about your school.
Sure. I can't believe that this is happening, but next year will be my 6th year at Jefferson Junior Senior High School. My 5th as the principal. And over the past 5 years, we've worked so hard to bring together all of our stakeholders, our teachers, of course, our parents, our community, most importantly, our students. And we've been really working hard. We concentrate on, we are a PLC school, which is professional learning communities, and our teachers are collaborating at the highest level of collaboration and teamwork to make sure that we're teaching the right things to our students. In addition, our school culture has been incredible over the years, again, including all of those stakeholders and on many different opportunities that our kids have and our staff has and our community has to come into our building and be a part of our decision making and the great traditions that we have. And then also, we're 90% Hispanic as a population. We're also 90% free and reduced. So it's important.
Free and reduced lunch, meaning they're low-income
Absolutely.
students. Yeah.
So we do really have a lot of families of poverty that we help them in not only at school, but we help them in their own private lives through our community schools initiative. But also, language for achievement is really important to us. And what I mean by that is over the course of their school careers, 65% of our students have taken one or more ESL class during their
English
career.
Is a second language.
Exactly.
So, high poverty school, and students, a lot of them are learning English.
Absolutely. So we've made a lot of great strides that I'm proud of. Our graduation rate in the last 5 years has gone from 64%. Last year it was 80. In 2017, the statistics stayed about 75%. So we're really proud of that. Our students continue to show us benchmarks of learning and growth, but it's continuous improvement. And I have a great staff and a great community that strives to be their best.
Sometimes funding needs are broken into ongoing needs and construction needs. Tell us some about the ongoing needs that are at your building, the staffing needs, some of the supports that the students need.
Absolutely. We continuously need, we call them wraparound services, but they're all those different support roles within our building that help the whole child. So that might be counseling. We have more counselors than other schools because our kids need that support. We have more social workers in our school because our kids need that support. We have great supportive services. So I always need quality educators and quality professionals in those roles, and it's really hard sometimes to find those. So one challenge for us when hiring is many people can go and get different jobs and get paid a lot more outside
in
of
surrounding
Jeffco.
districts, right? They can
right across Sheridan. Yeah. So I'm on that Sheridan corridor, and we share a lot of students with DPS and
Denver Public Schools.
Absolutely, yeah. It makes it so that it makes it very difficult to compete with other districts when we have a lower, we offer lower amounts in our packages for our professionals in our building. So that is a huge need. I'll give one example. Right now, I am in the process of hiring a social worker, and I have 2 in mind, and both have declined because they found other jobs that pay more. So I'm in a bind right now looking for some of those wraparound services as we speak.
Yeah, so some of the staffing compensation really is something that you feel the pressure of as a principal in a school serving a highly impacted community.
Every day it is, it is a great job at my school because it's very worthwhile. Every day we're making a difference for students, but there does come a time when when it does get overwhelming. In an at-risk community, every day you are working so closely with many, many students, and you're trying to make that difference. And sometimes the burnout can be tough for staff members, and they look and find other opportunities because they do pay more.
Yeah. Tell me some about your building.
Yes.
Jefferson Junior Senior High School is the sort of namesake school in our district, but
Right.
it's an older building. Tell us some about it.
Oh, it's so old. Our building was built in 1955, so it is, if not the oldest, one of the oldest in our district. And there's a lot of things that could be done to improve the building. Currently, I've got bats in my auditorium. I have skunks living underneath it. When it rains, my skylights, I think they're being fixed this summer, but it rains into the school. There's lots of different things that need improvement in my building. And I had an opportunity 2 years ago. We had spent dozens of hours working on an architectural plan with 3A and 3B in 2016. Unfortunately, we didn't get to go that route, so we're still toughing it out in an old building.
Well, that brings this segment of Jeffco Public Schools Talking Ed to a close. I want to thank our guest, Mr. Michael James, principal at Jefferson Junior Senior High School. Going forward, we'll keep the conversation going about funding in our schools. You can participate by visiting our future funding page on the Jeffco Public Schools website or joining the conversation on social media through Jeffco Generations Facebook page. Thanks for being with us for this edition of Talking Ed. I'm Jason Glass, proud to be the Superintendent and Chief Learner with Jeffco Public Schools. Until next time, support your public school. Thanks, everybody.